is Nancy Halilovic, and I am an adult ESL teacher. I work for the Fargo Adult Learning Center. When I first started, the number I got was 20. And so I said, okay, 20, that's pretty reasonable, it's doable. And then the first day of class, 43, I think, showed up. And I thought, oh my gosh. Working with older refugees who are 60 and older. And they are working primarily on their citizenship. I think it's not only to teach citizenship, survival skills, how to function in our environment in Fargo, North Dakota, but it also it helps them, I think, get out of the house. It helps them maybe with some mental health issues, hopefully. Coming to class when you're an adult is also somewhat of a social activity, and when people come from a different country, there might be a sense of loss, and so coming and gathering with other people who are in that same situation helps them, maybe feel better, do better. It's also connection for maybe a job. What do I do? How do I get to the bus stop? Where is the bus stop? Where is bus number 18? Where is bus number 15? What corner do I stand on? And sometimes if that information is lost, coming here, hopefully they can find somebody who would know. Marshall, Minnesota has a reading website that I have used. There's also another website on just conversation. Part of that is our history. So there are specific questions about Martin Luther King Jr. We have questions about our history as the United States. We have questions about the flag, and in total there's about 100 questions on the citizenship test. But I do know one of the things that is common is when you have a younger person in the household, they learn English much faster, and so then it gets to be kind of a problem as far as communicating with other people when a child is communicating and not the adult. And so that hopefully the adult can catch up with their English, and a lot of friendships form, and it's fun for me to see a student from one country and a student from another country, and they come together and maybe they don't have a common language or a common culture, and they become friends, and that's really fun to see. As far as the program, I hope it continues. I hope all of my students become citizens at some point, and it's definitely a process, and sometimes for some people it's a very long process, sometimes it's very short, but I hope they all become citizens, and they all are valuable to our community in one way or another.
My name is Joni Duckworth, and I teach with the ELL population, and I substitute teach for Nancy occasionally, and our students love her, and she brings an element of happiness to their lives. She brings happiness and joy to them.
It is acceptance and tolerance, and I think those are things that we do here every day. As far as we have many different cultures that we work with, and many different countries that come here, and I think Martin Luther King Jr., he represented a lot of tolerance and acceptance of all kinds of people. ESL had first started, from what I gather, is that it was you speak English, and that's good. But I think when ESL first started and we first had people coming, I think it was frowned upon to speak their own language. And now, as an ESL teacher, I try to promote them not losing their first language. And so over time, I think that happens, and that's very sad for me. And I think that just makes a wonderful variety in our community to have people that speak different languages. And what a wonderful thing to give to your children and grandchildren is another language.